Please note down the problem. There is a current source. In parallel with this resistor of 60 ohm, and current source is 8.2 amperes. And there is a resistance R. And another resistor 50 ohm. After drawing this one, note down the question is the value of R, capital R, that is resistance value. The value of R ensures that the current through the 60 ohm resistor of this circuit is 1 ampere. First you draw this circuit, there you write what value of R is capital R, the resistance. Okay, what value of R ensures that the current through the 60 ohm resistor of this circuit is 1 ampere. Now start solving. Your time starts now. If you are noted down, it's okay. If you haven't noted down, I repeat the question. What value of R? We have to find the value of R. Okay. That ensures the current through this 60 ohm resistor of this circuit is 1 ampere. Options are 5 ohm, 10 ohm, 15 ohm, 20 ohm. For those who join late, you have to find the value of R. Okay, so that the current flowing through this 60 ohm resistor is 1 ampere.
Sir, option C.
Already 2 minutes over. Are you solving there?
Sir, options please.
Answer 10, sir. R equal 10, sir.
You're getting any idea how to solve this one?
R equal
Yes, sir.
Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Remember 111. I'm telling something.
Yes, sir.
once again.
Sir.
Option, sir.
Sir, option C.
Repeat, it is not audible.
Option sir.
Option, sir.
Hello?
Option sir.
Okay.
R is equal to 10 ohm, sir.
Exactly, it is 10 ohm. This is very simple to solve. You can see this one is actually the current flowing through 60 ohm is given 1 amperes. That is given already in the problem, right? Then what is the voltage across this? The resistance and the current you have. Directly you can write the value of voltage across this particular resistor, which is equal to 60 volts. Okay, if this is 60 volts, okay, then across this also 60 volts, across this resistor also 60 volts, across this one also it is 60 volts. Then if across 50 ohm the voltage is 60 volts, then what is the current value here? You can find, right? That is voltage by resistance. That means 60 by 50. How much you will get?
1.2, sir.
Here the current value is equal to 1.2 amperes. 1.2 amperes. Then this current is entering and this is leaving and this is leaving. This is also leaving, and in that case you can apply at any node. This everything is at same node. You apply KCL. This is entering. Entering value is 8.2. Okay, entering value is 8.2, which is equal to 1 ampere. plus some current. We will assume this current through this resistor is I. Then plus this current, that is 1.2 amperes. Okay, this is 1 and I 1.2 amperes. Simply, what is the value of I from this? This is equal to this side 2.2. If you send this side, I value you will get as 6. Okay, I value you will have as 6 amperes. Then if it is 6 amperes, you have the voltage across this branch. That value of voltage is 60 volts only, simply. Why? Because all are parallel branches. If all are parallel branches, the voltage across this branch also, across this resistor also 60 volts. Then to find the value of R, simply what do you have to do? Voltage by current. That means 60 by 6. If you solve this way, you will get exactly what our friend told. R value is equal to 10 ohm. Okay, this is the simplest way to solve. You can do all this process, whatever you are doing, simply you can do within a minute. Okay, within a minute you can solve this kind of a problem. Why? Because it is simply parallel branch and 60 volts. No need to write all this, right? In your exam directly you will come to know here 60 volts directly in the paper. You will write directly. Then here the current directly you will write 1.2. Then directly you will do this is entering and this one is leaving. You will find the current value. Then if you have the current, no need to calculate this calculation. 60 by that current, directly you will check options. Okay, this process, it won't take more than 1 minute. Okay, if you are doing this way, this is a bit easier one only. Okay, the level is a bit easy only. Okay, easier, or you have any easiest process? If you find any easiest process, you can tell us. Anyone?
Nodal analysis, sir.
Okay, nodal analysis.
Only one equation we get.
What is that equation? Can you tell us the equation?
Minus 8.2 plus V by 60, 60 by R, V by 50 is equal to 0. V is equal to 60. V value substitute in that we can get.
Okay, minus 8.2. V by 60, V by R, and V by 50. How much you are getting V?
V 60, sir, we know that.
V is 60 volts, right? That we know already, right? The 60 volts is appearing here at this point only. Only to do this calculation also. Here directly V appears. V, how we are getting? Simply multiplying 1 into 60, directly 60 volts we will get.
In this equation, V value we substitute as 60, then we get R value.
Okay. Okay, that is also okay, right? If you substitute 60 here, you will get R value. That's what we did. If you substitute 60, what you will get here? 1. If you substitute 60 here, what you will get? 1.2. Here, actually we are calculating. Okay, first we are calculated I, then we are calculating the value of R. Okay, that is also okay. Nice. You can find the simplest ways. Okay, to solve a problem, there are so many ways, but at least two or three ways. Okay, not so many. Then out of that, you have to find the easiest way. That is what the competitive exams are looking for. Okay, how you are doing smart work also they'll see. Next problem, if you have the book, you know down this one. There is a voltage source and you have a current source and then you have a resistor. This voltage source is 1 volts, current source is 1 ampere, and this resistor is 1 ohm. What you have to find is determine power consumed by each element, current source, voltage source and resistor. Determine power consumed by each element. Determine power consumed by each element. Okay, 1 minute is over. What is the power consumed by the current source? Simply you have to see and tell in this problem.
Oh, 1, sir. 1 watt.
1 watt, very good. What is the power consumed by the resistance?
Same 1 watt, sir.
Power delivered by 1 volt source, voltage source.
1 watt. 3.
It is not 1 watt. Okay, your understanding is correct. Okay, let us discuss this one. The power delivered by current source, if you are talking, the power delivered by the current source is, for suppose this is 1 ampere, then voltage across this branch is also 1 volts, right? 1 ampere into 1 volts. The power in case of power delivered. Actually, it is a source. Actually, whenever we are talking about a source, it is not consumed, it is delivered. The power delivered is 1 watt. And also, if you are talking about the resistor, it is power consumed only. The power consumed for this resistor by this resistor is 1 ohm, and the voltage across this one is 1 ohm and 1 ampere, and the value of current also 1. Okay. And how much this is? 1 watt. I hope you are getting. We are getting volts value of voltage across this resistor when we are getting 1 volts. Whenever there is a current flow of this 1 ampere, whatever we are having, that must be flowing through this branch. That means here at this branch, at this node, one current will go this way, that current value is 1 ampere, another current will go this way, this current this side is equal to 0. There is no current flow this side. There is a current flow from this side only. Then if it is 0, then 0 amperes is flowing into this 1 ohm. Why? Because the current will always flows towards the load. Okay, here the value of 1 ampere is there, this will go towards the load only. Then in that case the value here 0 into voltage value is 1 volts. This will give you the value of 0 watts for the case of voltage source. The power delivered by this voltage source is 0 watts. In case of current source, in case of resistor, it is 1 watt, it is okay. But in case of the voltage source, why? Because the current, whatever coming from the current source, that will flow definitely through the load, that is resistor. Okay. For that reason, you will get 0 watts in case of the voltage source. Then you solve this one. There is a capacitance. There is another capacitance. There is another capacitance. 3 capacitance. Those are connected this. Then another 3 capacitors are this. And this is C1. This is C2. And this one is C3. Okay. Then this one is 1 farad. And this one is 2 farad. And this is 3 farad. You have to find what is the value of C1, C2 and C3. Your time starts now. Get the values of C1, C2 and C3.
Twelve 36 18.
C1 value
12
okay. C2
36.
okay. Another getting same. What is the formula you have used for getting the 12 farad? C1.
C1 C2 plus C2 C3 plus C3 C1 by C3 for C1.
Okay. Are you getting same values? Now any confusion? It is a simple source transformation. Sorry, it is simple star to delta conversion. I hope don't have any confusion here at this stage. Have anything? Let me know. You are getting the same value. And it's okay. The simple one I am giving you. You find for this kind of a circuit. This point is A and this is B. This is R ohm and this one is also R ohm. This is R ohm and this one is also R ohm and this is also R ohm. Now for this circuit diagram, what is the RAB in the circuit? You have to find the value of resistance across AB terminals. What is the RAB in the circuit when all the resistors are equal to R? That's what we have given. We just find the equivalent resistance when you look at from the terminals A and B. What is the value of RAB?
Sir, 5R by 2, sir.
5R by 2. Everyone getting same? 5R by 2. It is not 5R by 2. Check your calculation. Yes, simply you have to redraw the circuit to find the value of RAB.
Sir, 2R, sir.
Very good. 2R. Why? Because simply redrawing this point is there. This point I am keeping here only. This is point 1. I am naming. Then this is connected to. This is to second point. For suppose this is 2. Then simply this resistor is there. This is R. Then from 2 to A. Okay. Then another resistor is there. This is A point and this is 2. Okay. Then there is a B point. Okay, this is B point. Between B and 1 there is a resistor, right? Simply I am connecting B and 1 resistor like this. That means these 3 are over. Now we have to connect this. Okay, this means if you are talking, okay, from second point to the connection is directly to one resistor. Here like this one resistor is connected, right? And here another resistor is connected. All the values are R only. This resistor and this resistor, whatever we are calling. Okay, both the resistors are similar this way. If you flip this one this side directly, this is the equivalent circuit. If you represent in another way, this is the circuit. Okay, this point. Okay, why this point is this point? This is also one why
Short
we are
circuited.
assuming is right. There is no element connected in between this point and this point. For that reason, we are directly having this point is same as this one. For that reason, you have resistor here, this resistor, another resistor is here. This is one only. This is 2 to 1, one resistor is connected. B to 1, another resistor is connected. As simple as that. Then RR in parallel, it will be R by 2. Okay, one resistor. And this RR, this is R by 2. Okay, R by 2, R by 2 in series, you will get R. Okay, that R is in series with the resistor R, this R. Okay, this is one combination, you will get R by 2. This is another combination, you will get R by 2. R by 2, R by 2, both are in series, you will get R. Then that R is connected to this R ohm resistor, you will get RAB, that is equal to 2 over. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay. I'm increasing the complexity now. Now you try to solve this one. Okay. This is not the simple one. You have to solve. You have to take some time. You have to solve. This is kind of a 2-mark question. Okay, not 1 mark. Take your time. Solve this one. We'll see how many of you solve. This is point P and this one is Q, and you have this is 2 ohm, this is 4 ohm, and this one is 8 ohm, and this one is 6 ohm, and there is a voltage source here. This is 10 volts. Okay, now determine the potential difference between P. Determine the difference between P and Q. Starts now. Determine the potential difference between P and Q. That means you have to find VPQ. For that you need VP, the voltage at P point, and voltage at Q point. Then VP minus VQ, that will give you the value VP. Okay, this is the int I can give you at this stage to solve now. What is the value?
12 volts.
It is not 12 volts. Check your calculation. We are not getting 12 there. What is the value of VP you are getting?
I will check one second, sir.
Simply you apply nodal equation at this point P. That value you will get, which is Vp, voltage at this P point. Then you again apply nodal equation at this Q. Assume the voltage at that point is Vq. Okay, you will get Vp and Vq by two equations. If you apply here, okay, here 2 amperes is leaving current. Leaving will always take positive, right? At P point, as I am writing the equation first at node P. Okay, then that will give you plus 2. Okay, 2 is leaving, plus Vp by 2, Vp by 2, and Vp by 8, this one. And here you have, this is 10, right? 10 volts means here it will be 10 volts. Okay, you're getting this. I hope.
4.8.
Very good. Then this value will be 10 by 2, that is this current entering because of this voltage source, which is equal to 0. You will get the value of Vp from this one. As our friend told, exactly you will get 24 by 5. 4.8 volts. 24 by 5 or 4.8, both are same. And similar kind of equation you have to write at node Q. If you write at node Q, the equation will be this one. Again, here at this VQ node Q, VQ by 6 plus VQ by 4 this is 4. Then minus 10 by 4, that is voltage.
6 volts, sir. 6 volts.
Minus 6 volts. 6 volts.
Minus 6 volts.
Minus 6 is the correct answer. Then another one is this 2 equal to 0. And from this you will get the value of VQ. VQ you will get 54 by 5 volts. Vp minus VQ will give you the value of minus 6 volts. That is the value VPQ. That is equal to minus 6 volts. Okay. Next one. You find the energy dissipated, energy stored in the inductor. In this case, this is the circuit. There is a voltage source and then a resistor and another resistor. You have an inductor here, then you have one other resistor here, then another resistor. Okay, this is 30 volts and this one is 10 ohm and this is 20 ohm. This is 1 millihenry and this is 7 ohm and this one is 8 ohm. Find the energy stored in the inductor. For this circuit, find the energy stored in the inductor. Find the energy stored in the inductor. Here your knowledge will be tested. You are analyzing the circuit or not, we will understand from this. I am solving here this problem. Find the energy stored in the inductor. You have to practice more and more problems, similar this kind of problems. Then it will be helpful for you.
0, sir.
0. It is not 0 actually. Okay. You are solving or not? You are getting it from the circuit? Let me explain. Here, for suppose this is the inductor connected here, and the source is DC source. For the DC voltage source, inductor behaves like a open circuit or short circuit. Inductor allows size in DC. Inductor does not allow sudden changes in DC voltage or AC voltage. Anyone? If it is wrong also, no problem. Okay, let me tell you. Whenever you are talking about the inductor, in case of the DC, it will behave always like a short circuit. Okay, that means this inductor, whatever we are assuming 1 millihenry, there is no inductor in case of DC. Simply it will act like a short circuit for the DC. Okay, that means simply you connect this line. There is some current is flowing. For suppose if you find this current and if you have the value of voltage, then directly, for suppose this is the point you have to find the voltage, then if you have the voltage, this point I am assuming A, then if you find this voltage point at point A, and if you know the current I, then directly you can calculate the energy stored in the inductor. Simply for finding the value of V at this point, I am simply assuming KCL at this point A. Okay, this is the point A. At this point, where actually I am assuming the voltage value VA. Okay, then if you write the KCL at this point A, that will be this 30 minus VA by 10, okay, which is equal to, that is this one, okay, which is equal to VA by 20, that is this one, plus I. We don't know this I value. Okay, I hope you are getting. Usually we will write VA minus 30 by 10. Actually written for equal to left hand side. For that reason I have written 30 minus VA by 10 directly. Okay, then 30 by 10 it will give you 3. Okay, this one is VA by 10 next term. Okay, which is equal to VA by 20 this side. If it is coming to this side, it will be negative, right? I am sending that value here, then you will get VA by 20. Why I am sending you this side is I need value of I, the current I need. For that reason I am sending that side. And what is the value of I? Can anyone tell? What is the value of I? I, if you want to find this I value, you have to take it LCM as 20. Then this I value can be written as LCM is 20 here. Then this value is 60. Okay, 2 into VA and 1 into VA. Then totally you will get 3 VA. Okay, 2 into VA and 1 into VA, you will get 3 VA. This is the value of I in terms of VA, but we need to find the value of voltage at this node A. Then only you can find the value of I. Then how to find the voltage at that point? VA. How to find is, it is simple now. You see, this 20 and 8 both are parallel or series? Can anyone tell us? What is the value here? 20 and 8 both are parallel only. I hope you're understanding. Then 10 and 7 both are parallel or series? This combination. This is parallel, obviously. That means if you want to find the value here at this juncture VA, okay, first you need to find the value here, this parallel combination, this parallel combination. Getting everyone? Then if this combination is one resistor and this combination is another resistor, or suppose this first combination I am talking about, this one, this is 1 and this parallel combination is 2, second resistor. Then actually we are having is 30 volts. Out of this 30, this is a series circuit. As it is a series circuit is a voltage divider. Then you can find the voltage at this point. This is actually this VA point. You can find the voltage. You're getting everyone, I hope. Okay, for that reason what I am doing is the 30 is the total voltage into this parallel combination, 20 into 8. Okay, I am finding the value of VA directly. 30 into the parallel combination of 20 and 8. This is the one. And total resistance, if you want to find, that is 20 and 8 parallel combination value plus 10 and 7 ohm resistor parallel combination value. That is the actual value of VA. I hope you understand. This is the parallel combination which will give the first resistor, and 28, this combination will give you second resistor. Then we are finding the value of VA. Here the node is A, and obviously this is, we are assuming like a ground point. Then in that case, whatever the voltage appearing across this resistor directly, it will be appearing at this node VA. For that reason, we have calculated the value of VA. What is the value of VA? If you have calculated VA,
17.44, sir.
very good, 17.44. If you calculate, you will get the value 17.44 volts. If you have VA, then directly you can have the value of I. You substitute VA here 17.44, then you will get the value of I. Okay, what is the value of I is you are getting around 0.385. You substitute there, you will get 0.385. But they are asked you to find the value of energy stored in the inductor. What is the formula for energy? Can anyone tell us? In case of the inductor, what is the formula for calculating the energy?
Half Li square, sir.
Very good, half Li square. That L value they have given you already, and I value now you have, and simple substitution of Li square will give you the energy stored in the inductor. You simply calculate the value of energy stored in the inductor. How much is the
Sir,
value?
0.74 micro joules.
Micro
Joules, sir.
Okay. That's what 73.9. You check with it. Microjoules. You're getting this value? I hope it is clear, this problem. Okay. Tomorrow we'll start discussing about theorems. You try to practice more and more problems in this line. Okay. Then you will have all the theorems. Then after that theorems, we will solve again the problems based on those theorems. Straight away we will complete the theorems first. I hope you are completed in your classroom, but we will discuss in detail. Then we will go for the problems based on the theorems, so that we can solve more problems on theorems. You have anything to say? You have any doubts? You can ask. You can unmute yourself and you can ask. Thank you for joining today. You can leave. If you don't have any doubt, you can leave.
Thank you, sir.
సార్ నోట్స్ షేర్ చేస్తా అన్నారు కదా సార్.
I'll share. Sorry. I have actually taken PDF and I have converted into images and PDFs. I'll share definitely.
ఓకే సార్.
Thank you for reminding.
ఓకే.